Welcome to a New York City sunset here at the INNSIDE NoMad Hotel. We're looking southbound in the island of Manhattan to see the views of the Freedom Tower in its full glory as the sun starts setting very early in this wintry day. The sun is going to set around 4:31 p.m. So join me for an hour broadcast as we see the sun setting down and New York City transition into night here in my hotel room at the INNSIDE NoMad. I'm Ariel, you're watching Urbanist. Let me know where you're watching from, and we're going to enjoy a beautiful sunset. Hello, walking commuter. Hello, Elisa. Hello, Irene. Hello, Toyosio. Welcome. Nice to see you here. Hello, 4K. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Nice to see you here. So we are currently located in my hotel room. And I am enjoying the beautiful sunset and wanted to share it with all of you. I got my cup of coffee ready for this sunset. A nice Americano from Patent Coffee right next door. And let's enjoy how gorgeous the sunset is going to be from this perspective. So just look how beautiful the window looks. Oh, it's turning blue for some reason. Not sure why. Oh, look at that. And this is the room, pretty big. Nice room. You've seen it yesterday. And we're going to enjoy the sunset. But let me show you what we're in for today. We're going to have golden hour right over here, and we see all these wonderful water towers. Steam pumping out of a few buildings. Historic loft buildings. They used to be high-rise factories, like this one over here. And more water towers right here. Literally, this water tower is like next to the room. It's crazy close. And it is very tranquil. I mean, we hear the car beeping right now, but I actually slept like a baby. I left the window open, A, because I want fresh air, and B, I actually don't like heater in general, so I usually always like a nice, cozy, chilly room because I like, cuddling up with a lot of comforters and bed sheets. So I left the window open and I barely heard anything, which I was so surprised. So right now we're on the 18th floor. We're on the 18th floor, and Sarah says, do you worry about COVID? I think I practice having the best airflow. So wherever I'm at, may it be at home, may it be dining, outdoors, I want a place with good airflow. And as long as I can have a window open, I feel a lot more at ease, personally. So I'm so excited for this sunset because looking at this view is one of the most beautiful views I've ever seen, really, ever, from a point of view of a room. How much does the room cost? The prices fluctuate. You might find very good deals right now because of the pandemic. There's not that much tourism, nor is there business travel, so you might find a very good deal. This is sponsored by INNSIDE NoMad Hotel, who are so kind enough to give me 2 nights here for free, and we're about to have a dinner as well after this. And I decided to collaborate with them because A, I like featuring cool hotels. B, there's a potential for me collaborating with them in the UK, which will make my UK expedition a lot easier, which I know some of you are excited for me to show you an urbanist point of view of all the cities in the UK. And then C, I wanted to see how it feels staying in a hotel in New York City. I actually never really stayed in a hotel in New York City. I've been living here my entire life. My family lives here, and my friends live here, so I never had any need to stay in the hotel. So I wanted to have that experience as well. So without further ado, I'm going to point the camera towards the views. I hope you enjoy it, and let's chat. Feel free to ask me anything. I'll be behind the camera. Did the snow melt? A lot of it was plowed by the Department of Sanitation and all the businesses and their sidewalks. So the snow, no, it did not melt. It's actually still below freezing. But due to so much foot traffic, it looks like it melted because it melted due to all the foot traffic. But otherwise, there's still snow on the rooftops because that has no foot traffic and no one's really throwing salt on the rooftops. No snow today. No, well, early this morning there was snow. You can watch that broadcast early in the morning. Did I enjoy breakfast? I did. I got Stumptown, and they had these breakfast tacos, which were nice. They're kind of like a fast food version, similar to what you would find at a Starbucks. But what I really enjoyed is that I ordered delivery. It was super cold. I did not feel like walking out in the cold. I really wanted some blueberry pancakes. So I ordered delivery from Clinton Street Baking Company, which I actually featured 2 weeks ago. And I just fell in love so much with those pancakes that I wanted to go back again. Linda, what does NOMAD stand for? North of Madison. And the winter solstice is in 5 days. It is. It is in 5 days. Yeah. I can't wait. Is that sunset? It is, Cynthia. Welcome. Can you give me some background info of the water towers? So, water towers, if buildings are more than 6 stories tall, I think around there, I think it's 6 stories. Of course, do your own research because I haven't researched water towers for this broadcast specifically. But if it's more than 6 stories tall, then buildings are required to have a water reservoir backup just in case something happens in the building or in the city. Or there's a fire and they need extra water. So these water towers are those reservoirs. Those are the backups. And they all took a similar design throughout the 1800s into the 1900s, especially in the 1900s when buildings started going higher and higher. Nowadays, water towers could take different designs, but even modern skyscrapers, like we see here, have the classic wooden style water tower. The thinking is that it's easier to pump down water than it is to pump up water in case of an emergency. And there we see a steam pipe. Steam is also used for heating and air conditioning here in New York City and for other various uses. Certain restaurants use it for dishwashers as well. Highly recommend going to the Bowery Boys, and they have actually an entire episode on steam heating in New York City. How many gallons do they hold? I'm not entirely sure, but there's a little bit of a controversy, especially with the older ones. We can see any of these buildings. They sometimes have leaks and they have holes. And when things start getting into them, start getting very, very nasty. Very terrible. Suddenly there might be feces, there might be a dead animal, and it might be a very big health hazard. So there's been a recent controversy of how to fix these water towers and make sure they stay up to code. Do I like LCD sound system? I do, New Jersey Walks. Yeah, I do. Love. Great band from New York. Oh, so this sunset is going to be beautiful. The sun, we're not going to be able to see it. It's right behind this building. But throughout the day, I was getting a great light from this room. And here's a skyscraper. Lots of skyscrapers popping up in Nomad. Nomad used to be called Chelsea, and other parts used to be called Flatiron, but has gotten its own identity. All right, I'm gonna sit down. Got my coffee ready. And feel free to ask me anything about New York City. And let's enjoy the sunset. I will chat with all of you guys. Feel free to ask me anything about New York City. Is Nomad getting better? Significantly so. So Nomad is getting way better. Lots of new development here, new skyscrapers popping up. Also, there's a lot of new restaurants. And if you're a tourist, this is a great area in order to get good quality restaurants. There's a latch preventing you from opening the window all the way. They'll want you to jump out the window. That is right, time lapse. So we see here, the window does not open all the way, and that's done on purpose. So of course they don't want anyone to jump out the window. They also don't want people kind of like smoke and throw their cigarette butts out onto the street because this window faces down to the street as well. Susu says, what's your favorite part of New York City? Oh, there's so many things in New York City that I love. Pedro, is this my home? No, it's not. I am in a hotel in Nomad. It's called the INNSIDE NoMad Hotel by Melia. Really great hotel. I enjoy it. Of course, everyone knows, as I mentioned before, didn't pay for any of this. So you can take it as you will. But from my experience of being invited here, I'm really in love with the hotel. Best hotel you stayed in your travels as so 4K has best hotel you stayed in your travels, and someone else said about my favorite part of New York City. My favorite part of New York City is walkability. I love the ability to walk to any neighborhood, to be entertained as I'm walking maybe 40 minutes, an hour or more. You know, I do sometimes these videos for 3 hours. I do on my own sometimes walks that are 3 hours or more. So I love the walkability. I love the ability to be entertained, to casually bump into a coffee shop or to a bookstore or to something wonderful. There's always something new in this city. What is near the Nomad? So we're only a 10-minute walking distance from 34th Street, Herald Square. Even less, about 5 minutes to Herald Square. And then maybe 10 to 15 minutes walking to Times Square. Even less via a subway. It's only 2 stops away via subway. So you're very, very close. U.S. Militia says, what do you do for a living? You sound like some type of teacher. U.S. Militia, I am not a teacher. Never have been a teacher. I am a filmmaker. I make these videos, and I make videos either similar to this one, or ads, or live streams, or corporate videos for clients. What's the degrees there? It's very cold in Chile today, 31 degrees Fahrenheit. How do they refill the water towers? Great question, Jennifer. I don't know for sure. I think a lot of the water towers, I think they have to refresh the water ever so often because water can get stale after a while. So I don't know the full details. But if anyone does, let me know. It looks different compared to yesterday with the snowstorm. Yeah, I mean, yesterday I couldn't see anything from the downtown Manhattan skyline. So today we can actually see the downtown Manhattan skyline, which is nice. How do they refill the water towers? I don't know. Great question. If anyone knows, let us know in the comments. Great question, Joe. I guess it's Nomad. Seems to be. Yes, it is, Katerin. I know Dutch Moz. I do indeed. He's an awesome live streamer. One of the OGs. He's been live streaming for 5 years. 1 year longer than I have. I learned so much from you. You helped me with my vlogging. Oh, Bella, I'm so glad you're vlogging. Bella, share with everyone. Where are you posting your vlogs? I'm curious. Where are you posting your vlogs? Let us know in the comments. Why are you in a hotel, Ruby? I'm doing a collaboration with the INNSIDE NoMad Hotel. Do you do videos in Brooklyn, Williamsburg, Rose, and Eric? Great question. Yeah. Watch my video 2 weeks ago on the J train. I actually go into Williamsburg. I've done Williamsburg many, many times. I love going to Williamsburg, especially in the summer. So I covered Williamsburg significantly this past summer. But I might do one more video in Williamsburg in the next week or so. I'm still shocked by the amount of snow yesterday. I didn't think it was that much. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty epic. I am still thinking about it, how amazing all that snow was. Thank you for pointing the camera to the water towers. My pleasure, Laureen. Always, thank you always for your kind comments. What about Greenpoint? Elisbieta. Ooh, sorry I mispronounced your name. That's a tough name. Looks very similar to Elizabeth. Did a full historical tour of Greenpoint about 4 months ago. I'd set up a shot with all those water towers in line with my DSLR, says Ben. Yeah, that's a good perspective. You could definitely do that, yeah. Nice sunset, yeah, it's a gorgeous sunset. Thank you for the tree yesterday. It was amazing watching your video. Oh, I'm so glad, Rose and Eric. So if you're watching for the first time, let me know where you're watching from. And feel free to ask me any questions. This shot would make a great sunset. Yeah, I mean, we're seeing the sunset right now. Watch, Rob. Favorite restaurant in the city. My top restaurant recommendation and my personal favorite is Cafe Mogador in the East Village and also in Williamsburg. COVID has changed a lot of things, so it doesn't quite have the same charm because you can't sit indoors. But Cafe Mogador, when things go back to normal, is a charming Moroccan restaurant. It really transports you into another world and has some of the best food I've ever had. I highly recommend their lamb shank, and it's a great date spot. They also have an amazing list of house cocktails, which it's their own recipe. So I really, really, really recommend it. Hey, did you go to sleep early or late? Asked 4K. 4K, you know, I actually went to sleep very late. I drank a cold brew coffee like at 5 p.m. so I could do that live walk. That's why I was so uppity and so, filled with energy. Uppity might not be the best word. I was so filled with energy. But that energy wasn't dissipated because personally when I do live streams, if it goes really well, if it's a really good live stream, I feel super energized. I think live streaming is stronger than coffee for me. I think that might apply to anyone who does either any type of art or any type of work they really enjoy. Sometimes that work or that art is energizing, energy boost. So for me, I felt very energized all the way throughout the night. I went to sleep like at 2 a.m. or something like that. Oh, wow. Are you guys enjoying this views or let me know? I'm watching from Williamsburg and Brooklyn. Oh, Rose and Eric, cool. Yeah, I'll be in Williamsburg soon. Do you have any recommendations, Rose and Eric? Do you know if Stardust has survived? Stardust has survived as of last weekend when I saw it. But it was... indoor dining has been closed, so they're shut down once again. And Stardust never really worked for outdoor dining. They don't have no setup for outdoor dining, so I don't know what's the status with Stardust. It's night in here now. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Cool. That's awesome. Someone says that Action Kid is on the way on his way here. Oh, interesting. He is. Cool. Oh my God, we see the moon. The moon right there. Johnny says, "Am I listening to NPR?" No, I haven't listened to NPR quite a while. I used to enjoy a few of their podcasts, but no, I'm not. Sarah says, you and Action Kid have motivated me to live stream too. The issue is that the city's too small. The city's not too small. The city's huge. There's plenty of things that we, both of us and the other live streamers, don't cover yet. I mean, my friend Dutch Moz is so good at covering a lot of South Brooklyn. Hey, Lorraine. Hello, Nebul. You can see the Freedom Tower from here. Yeah, we can. Time lapse. Yeah, we can. Who wants to live in apartments? This penthouse, if that is a penthouse, I can't quite tell for sure. But if that's a penthouse, oh, you have amazing views, potentially of both skylines. What do I think of Robert Moses, New Jersey walks? For all the huge development he has made for New York City, I think he harmed New York City and many cities around the world more than he helped them. Dutch Malls has high energy in the stores. He does. He does. That's what I love about him. Airbnb or hotel? As I mentioned before, everyone already knows my love for Airbnb. Manolito, great question. I love Airbnb, and I love hotels. I like hotels if I'm collaborating with them, which is nice. I will be honest about that. And also, I love hotels if I have the funds to spend on a hotel room. You know, I would stay in a hotel in a heartbeat, especially in a hotel like this. If the funds work out, if it seems financially doable, then 100%. I would stay in a hotel like this. That is not always the case for me. I am a freelance filmmaker. I am making live videos. I'm still not in the millions of subscribers, so staying in hotels all the time is probably not the best economical decision, because that money could be better spent staying in or traveling to more places. But if I had the choice, there are certain cities where there are hotels that they have hotels in very good locations. It's not the case with every city, but here in New York is one of those cities where you can stay in a hotel and have a view like this in the middle of Manhattan, next to all the tourist areas, and you're also next to a lot of great food. So that combination is killer. It's amazing. You don't have that option in certain European cities where hotels tend to be relegated to the outskirts of the city, to the financial area of the city. So I love that combination. New York has that. London has that to a certain extent. Paris, you know, if you stay in a hotel in Paris, wow, that must be a magical way of spending a few nights in Paris. So there's a few cities that offer that. Let me know, what city do you like staying in hotels? But then again, it's also about experiences. So you don't need to stay in a hotel always, because you can travel to a city and experience a different version of the city. So here we are, I am doing this mini vacation collaboration with INNSIDE New York Nomad Hotel. The purpose of this visit is to enjoy the views, to be right where the action is, to see what we saw yesterday with the blizzard and this morning. That was the purpose of this trip, to be right in the middle of the action. But if you're visiting New York, say for a long term, you're visiting here for a few weeks, and you want a little bit more of the local lifestyle, you want to stay in the neighborhood where there's a lot of locals or younger people, or in a quieter neighborhood, or maybe you're staying with family, you might want to consider Airbnb in that regard. So that, I think about it more that way. It's not either or. It's not a binary situation. That's my opinion on it. Even if I were collaborating with this hotel or not, that would still be my opinion on it. But hotels, to be honest, there's very few of them that would strike my fancy like this one. Because many hotels in recent history, have gotten very lazy up to when Airbnb started popping up. So many hotels started, looking very boring and very, similar. And that has changed, luckily. So you have these Melia hotels, which are really going out of their way to make it look nice, to think about how they build these windows so you frame the city well, thinking about the beds. Every little detail is thought of, and I really do enjoy that. Can I track you down, says Setical. No. No. These live streams, I do it on my own. And for the sake of giving you a great video, I would appreciate that people just let me do my videos. If you see me and want to say hi, I'm always happy to say hi for a few seconds. But otherwise, when I do a video, it's on my own or with a guest that I already planned it with. What hotel are you staying at? The INNSIDE New York Nomad. I love Citizen M. Oh, yeah. My cat is watching you. Oh, I'm glad. Does New York City have B&Bs, bed and breakfasts? I don't think so, Todd. Not in the classical sense. I think bed and breakfast is something a little bit more in New England, and bed and breakfasts might be something more European as well. Many hotels don't do breakfast. This hotel does. Not currently for COVID because they're minimizing on staff and there's not that many people staying in the hotel. It's the reality of the pandemic. But this hotel does offer breakfast, usually. And when things get back to normal, they'll reinstate it. Hello, Dawn. Have I been to South Street Seaport? Rose and Eric, I've literally been everywhere in New York City. Basically everywhere. I've been to all the 4 boroughs in New York City. Have you collabed with other hotels, Judith? Yeah, I collabed with a hotel in Maine. When I covered Maine, I partnered up with their tourism board, and they partnered me up also with a hotel in Rockland. And I collaborated with the Walker Hotel. I didn't stay at the hotel, I just did a few videos with them. The Walker Hotel in Greenwich Village, which is a beautiful hotel. I wish I would have actually done the collaboration now, staying with them. Maybe one day in the future. Hey, AWS, I have a question. Are you going to continue making videos in January in New York? Yeah, January seems like I'm going to continue making videos in New York. I don't think I'll be able to do videos elsewhere. So yeah, for the near future, you'll be seeing videos in New York. Oh my God, so we already see the gradients pop up. And look at that, wow. Absolutely in love with this. Are you from New York City? I am from New York City. New York Gaming? Jackson Heights, Queens. Chris, I am indeed. Have you been to the Plaza Hotel? I've been in the lobby. I've been in the front. I've done the history of the Plaza Hotel on the video. Have not been in a hotel room yet. Panagiotis asks, what's my goals for 2021? My goal for 2021 is a 3-month expedition through the British Isles. A few weeks in Ireland and 2.5 months through England, Scotland, Wales, and also Northern Ireland, Isle of Man, basically everywhere in the British Isles. That's my top goal. And I have some very good news, for some personal news. I actually scored a very big client for the beginning of 2021, uh, which is going to make it more financially able for me to go and do that 3 month expedition. So I think that will probably happen in spring 2021, permitting that things get better in terms of the pandemic. More Zoom. All right, let's go. Let's go. Who wants more Zoom? Vote for more Zoom. Let me know. Congratulations. Oh, thank you everyone for the congratulations. Am I still doing the Q&A with Alexandra? Yeah, I will. Yeah, 6 p.m. Stay tuned. Q&A with dinner. We're chatting about living in New York, other interesting things, featuring cocktails as well. May depend on what stage of the vaccine is in. Yes, yes. So spring, hopefully spring the earliest, maybe summer. Other goals I have for YouTube is I want to show more of the world, to be honest. I want to show you guys Istanbul. I want to go to Greece. I really, really want to do a live video in the Acropolis. I can't wait to show you Tokyo. Tokyo, I will do at least a month. I won't travel to Tokyo if it's less than a month. So, or probably 2 months I would dedicate to Japan. And the reason I want to show you these places is because I love history. And, because of the pandemic, I have stuck to New York. Things have shifted in my freelancing career. The gigs I used to have aren't the same anymore. So, that said, I've mostly done these wanders in New York City. If you're new to YouTube, you might have seen that I mostly just kind of wander around, and I sometimes occasionally talk about history. But what I really love about doing these videos is uncovering those very interesting stories about cities. Why don't you do the Vatican in Rome? I already did last year. I did Rome and Paris and Puerto Rico last year. If you want to see those videos, go to my secondary channel, Urbanist Bonus on YouTube, or they're all on my Facebook, Urbanist Live on Facebook. I would love to see you exploring Seattle. Yeah, you know what? I definitely will do Seattle at some point. I really want to go to the original Starbucks, specifically. Did you climb St. Peter's Dome when I went to the Vatican? No. I think it was closed when I went. I would have loved to go, but it was closed. Loved watching you in Rome, says Louise. Oh, I'm so glad, Louise. Give Scandinavia a try. Well, Judith, I fell in love with Helsinki. I really loved Helsinki. I actually did 1 week in Helsinki. I partnered up with the Helsinki Tourism Board. That was my first major collaboration, sponsorship. I really want to go to the Lapland, so you'll probably see the Lapland at some point. Am I a musician? No, I'm a filmmaker. I don't play music. Have you done the pyramids in Egypt yet? No, not yet. I really want to do that. Copenhagen is a great walking city. Oh, believe me, I want to do Copenhagen, Amsterdam, so many different places. Bear with me. Having Where is this shot? This shot is in the INNSIDE NoMad Hotel in New York City. Have you been to Sweden? Not yet. But I really want to go to Sweden. really want to have a good fika. Must try Cornwall for a pasty. Oh yeah. Believe me, I'm definitely going Cornwall for pasties. Trial Isle of Scilly, Stonehenge, Yorkshire. All those places. I love Yorkshire pudding. I can't wait to do a Sunday roast live video. There's a lot of cool things I want to do in England. A digital nomad lifestyle. Yeah, indeed. Come to Trinidad. Yeah, maybe one day. I have a lot of Trinidadian friends here in New York City. Have you done Chicago? Not yet. LA. LA not yet. LA, it'll be hard to walk in LA. It won't be much of a walking show. It'll probably be more driving. There's not that many neighborhoods in LA that you can just stroll. Are you going to walk after dark tonight? Maybe, Wendy. I'm not entirely sure. But stay tuned tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I think I'm going to do a good broadcast. What about Vegas? I actually would love to do Vegas, Todd. Great question. I've been to Vegas personally already 2 times. Loved it twice. It's a city that's fascinating because it's a city built for entertainment. And there's cool history about it. It's a city literally built in the desert for entertainment. Fascinating. And I would love to do a video of the casinos. Hopefully I won't be kicked out because they probably are not too much of a fan of someone taping people gambling. But maybe I could partner up with a casino. All right, so I'm missing a lot of comments. So if I can't read all the comments because I guess I get a lot. However, I do appreciate the comments. Sometimes the mods will answer any other comments. But if you watch long enough, I will get to you at some point. Yes, you watching right now. Barbara, Rick, Rob, John, Giomara. I just said random names, so I'm not sure if there was an actual Rick or Barbara watching. Michael Chin says, take up speed reading. You know what? That might not be the most interesting way of reading the comments. Hey, AWS says, never went to New York, but my heart is there and my body is in France. Oh, I hope you get to come here. Washington County News. Thank you so much for the $1 super chat. I appreciate you, man. Thank you. Hey, Zenaida. Oh, I love your name. I might be mispronouncing it. But your family and I love watching your show. Thank you for giving us New York back. My pleasure. I'm so glad a lot of people are watching with their families. Hey, there's an actual Rob here watching. Awesome, Rob. How you doing? Or should I say, how you doing? We gotta be very New York, so we gotta say it like friends. Hey, Michael Chin, thank you so much for your $5 super chat. Annette, how you doing? Annette, I'm doing well, but how you doing? Dwayne, I went to Candy Cane Lane in Edmonton. The Christmas lights displays are awesome there. Oh, cool. I heard good things about Edmonton. Hello to my brethren in the north. And also in the south. I can't wait to go to Mexico. Seems like that you're writing something on paper. I'm not. I'm just trying to scroll through the comments, so I wish there was an easier way to not kind of shake the camera too much. I do my best to gently tap my camera so I can hold on to the comments. They sometimes move so fast I can't keep track. The calm after the storm. It's literally the calm after the storm. Usually the expression is different. It's the calm before the storm. Ariel speaks something in Spanish. Sí, yo hablo español y aquí hay personas mirando de Latinoamérica o de España. Puede preguntarme cualquier cosa en español. Y también filipinos, porque yo sé que algunos filipinos saben español. Soy fluente. I'm fluent in Spanish. Do you ever think you'll show a mask? What are you referring to? Hey, who is this? Forgive me, I forgot your name. Let me know how to pronounce it again. But thank you so much for the 500 yen. I appreciate you. Is it Satu? I think it might be Satu. AWS, sorry, I'm not saying that to hurt you, but in France, on a product to clean the floors called Ariel. Yeah, yeah, I know. I know AWS. I'm aware. It's in Latin America too, including Puerto Rico. It's the sound I'm producing? Uh-oh. Sorry, everyone. Is everyone getting a weird click? I'm always late to my streams, says Queen. How do I get here on time? Queen, the only way to really get here on time is to watch my scheduled live streams, which are every Wednesday and Saturday at 1 p.m. Otherwise, I either may announce them ahead of time, or you just have to watch out for notifications. There's ways to make your phone beep when I am live. Check your notification options on the YouTube app or the Facebook app. Depends where you're watching. Hey, Talvish says, love the content. I've been watching for 3 years. Oh, so cool, Talvish. Thank you. I am indeed listening to music. I hope you guys are liking the music. It's my favorite, Flaming Ghosts. And I never get copyright from him. Kay says my phone beeps when I'm live. Oh, cool. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at the moon. Satuk. Oh, Satuk. Welcome, Satuk from Japan. Thank you for reminding me. Speak Portuguese, says Ricardo. Hola. Obrigado. That's all I know. Hey, Talvish, and Talvish left 2 super chats. Thank you so much, Talvish. I'll be in New York next summer for a vacation. Oh, I'm glad you will be. Thank you so much for the other super chat. Talvish, a legend, giving $4 and $3, $7. Thank you so much. Merarba, specialist. How similar is New York to Chicago? Only in the downtown area, the very downtown area, there's some similarities. The way you take rapid transit is similarities. There's also a lot of Italian Americans. That's a similarity. Otherwise, Chicago is like a tinier version of New York. It has quite a big population, but it's more spread out than New York. So the walkability in Chicago is a lot less. I mean, like, Chicago is basically that view we're seeing downtown Manhattan. That's the only stretch that really is like walkable, cosmopolitan city in Chicago, I think. Balm for the soul. Oh, thank you so much, Ben. Do you know something in Portuguese? Nope, just obrigado. That's the only thing. What does obrigado mean? I hear people always saying it, and people get happy when I say it. So let me know what obrigado means. Are you in quarantine? No, I'm not in quarantine. That would be a very kind of boring series of videos. That would suck. My heart goes out to anyone who has to spend time in quarantine. Oh, the guys! Wow, look at that. The city is descending into darkness. Sarah says, "How was your day?" Sarah, it was beautiful. I laid here in bed, looking out the window, seeing the clouds pass on by, and feeling good about life. Feeling very grateful for all the wonderful things I have. This moment in time, the ability to breathe, the audience here on YouTube, wonderful food at my disposal, many things. And my heart goes out to anyone who might be in pain or suffering for any case. We all go through moments like that in life. So I hope these videos bring you some semblance of joy. A little tiny piece. Hey, Mark, thank you so much for a 549 euros. I appreciate you. Thank you so much, Mark. And thank you so much, Satu. I think that you're still Satu. 1,000 yen. I appreciate you. Paul says good evening. Vieira is a Portuguese last name, says Queen. The Portuguese version of Vieira is Vieira. Vieira with an extra I. The origins, I think, are Portuguese. But it could also be, the origins of my last name could also be stemming from the word truth. That is a Slavic word, vera. Also, it's Latin. So my name doesn't have a very specific kind of origin, because it also means scallop. So it has a lot of meanings. But most likely means truth. At least the origin. Sarah says it does. Thank you for that message. My pleasure. Hey, can you do a video not having to wear a mask? Yeah, great question, Todd. You know, whenever I have the ability or the chance to go to a location where there's not that many people, or hopefully once the vaccine rolls in and things get better, hopefully I can once again show my full face on camera and I have foggy lenses. But in the meanwhile, just found out this channel, love the coffee and donut stream. Oh, I'm so glad you do, yeah. Wiera means faith in Polish, yeah. Yeah, faith, truth. Making pizza on sprouted flat pizza. Ooh, that's amazing, Lisa. You're making good pizza, Lisa. That is awesome. Wow. I'm just in love with these views. The sun goes down at 4 p.m. Yeah, 4:31 p.m. around there. Any dogs in the hotel? So, Todd, the Inside New York Nomad is pet friendly. Not that many hotels in New York City are pet friendly. This one is. Might explain why I got a little bit of allergies. I think someone has a very hairy dog somewhere on my floor. Do they paint? Because this is a lovely view to paint. I don't paint, Queen, but I know a few people who do, and they have painted various landscapes I've shown. Holy bleep, the colors of the sky. Oh, yeah. You know what? I'll tell all you guys something personal. I've always dreamed of having an apartment with this view. Specifically, this view. and the other side of the apartment having a view of Midtown Manhattan. And I've dreamt about it. I have written about it. I have made vision boards about it. And staying here in this hotel spontaneously, because this collaboration was only planned about a week ago, coming here and seeing these views late at night just makes me feel like, oh, I'm one step closer to that future where I have these views at my daily disposal. So if you have any type of dream, maybe to visit a city like New York, or maybe to make some type of career happen, anything, literally anything, if you have any type of desire in life, it's okay to gift yourself or find a way to fulfill that desire in a smaller way. Not to say it's no longer gonna happen, the big one, but to say, like, I'm just getting a nice trailer, a nice movie trailer, a nice preview. You get a nice preview, and somehow, right now, at this very moment in time, for me personally, it feels more real. And I know the same thing has happened with people who watch my show. I have a wonderful fan, viewer who watches from Long Island. His name is Alan. And Alan, I hope you're watching. I'll shout you out. You mentioned this publicly, so I'll share it with everyone. He mentioned that he usually didn't come out to the city, and he always wanted to, but he, felt a little bit of afraid, or not afraid, but a little bit nervous about coming into the city. And throughout watching my videos, he got more and more comfortable. And after a few months of just watching my videos, me showing the city in various facets, showing the interesting history, and showing how easy it is to get into the city from Long Island and just walk around and see a bunch of sights in walking distance. He ended up doing that himself and sent me that message and sent me a photo of him exploring the city. Finally, after years of not coming in here, somehow watching my videos made it a little bit closer to reality for him. And that is what this view is for me right now. So keep that in mind whenever you might either see a video or do something when you're traveling. How are you doing, Brendan? Obrigado means thanks in Portuguese. Oh, cool. Thank you for letting me know. I hope you're doing well in Sheffield. I love this song. Oh, what song? New York. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let me know, what's your favorite New York song? What song would you play right now if you were seeing these views in person? Or right now via the video, what song would you play? My Jollibee video has almost 1 million views? Queen? I did not realize. Whoa. Yeah, I mean, my Jollibee video was what got me started bringing attention to my channel about 2 years ago already. It's been a while. All right, I'm going to stay live for about 10 more minutes. Stay tuned at 6 p.m. There's going to be a live dinner and chat. There'll be cocktails. We'll be chatting about living in New York City with Alexandra, who works here at the INNSIDE New York Nomad. Stay tuned for that. Are the water towers for extra water pressure? No, I think they're mostly used for backups, if I understand it correctly. They're used for backups if buildings of a certain height, which is more than 6 stories. Wendy says, oh, dinner sounds good. If you want to go out tonight, I can watch. Sarah says, I don't see her. Oh, the video's not up yet. It's at 6 p.m. Growing up, we had a great view of Tar Beach, 689 Manhattan Avenue in Greenpoint, Brooklyn. This was in the 50s, prior to the hipsters. Oh, John, that's so cool. I can only imagine. Do you have photos of that? When you caught in between the moon and the stars. New York, New York by Frank Sinatra is such a great song. New York City by Lenny Kravitz. I've heard a few people refer to that song. I gotta give it a listen. What restaurant are you going to? The restaurant of the hotel. It's called the Wilson. Kay sent a PayPal for a good breakfast. Oh, thank you so much, Kay. I appreciate that. I actually really had a really good breakfast. I mentioned I got Clinton Street Baking Company for delivery. It's freezing cold out, so I didn't want to walk outside, and I just ordered delivery. So I appreciate you sending a PayPal for some breakfast. Thank you. Is a hotel located in Broadway? We're only 1 block away from Broadway. Very close to Broadway. 1 block away from Broadway, the street. Broadway, the theaters, we are about 10 to 15 minutes walking. About 15 minutes. You should take still shots for this Instagram. Yeah, actually, actually should. Actually will. Because these views are too good to pass up. I gotta get myself a second camera. Fatima says it's a date night. No, not quite a date night, Fatima. Platonic. If it's a date night, I would tell you. That would be an awesome photo. Maybe zoom in. All right, guys, for the final few minutes, I'm going to zoom in, and I am going to take a photo of this. So, actually, last light is going to happen very soon. So here's the final zooming in. Dave, whoa, Dave, $30 super chat, Dave, a legend with these $30 super chat. Thank you so much, Dave. Everyone, give Dave a huge round of hearts for giving such a generous super chat. Fatima is still waiting for a date video. Oh, it'll happen at some point. With someone. I fully intend to... Oh, I can see the reflection of the TV screen. That's so cool. All right. Oh my God! Look at the gradient over there. Ah, so beautiful. New York, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful sunset here from the New York City hotel room. This is the room. Wow, oh my God. What? Oh, this is a view. Okay, everyone, I gotta rush. Take a photo of this. I gotta go. I gotta take like a few dozen photos of this. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. This is the Inside New York Nomad Hotel. Thank you to them for inviting me over here for a few nights to enjoy New York City. Everyone, thank you so much for watching. See you at 6 p.m. tonight for a dinner and cocktails. Keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.